Hey fellow YouTubers, I'm back with another video. So this time we're going to talk about 5 features that are on your XT4 or XT3, maybe on other models, but I know on the XT4 they definitely all of them are there, and on the XT3 there's some of them. And these 5 features, I use them, some of them more often than the others. So let's roll the intro and let's go to number 1 right after that.
I can only ever be what I'm made to be. It feels good when I'm living on the edge. Watch me now, roll like thunder, gonna shake the ground. Can't stop me now, I don't give up and I won't back down.
So number 1 on the list is shooting color profile or simulation and a Flog at the same time. Unfortunately, this one you cannot do in camera alone. Yeah, I don't think you can. So you're going to need a recording monitor. So what's happening, you're going on the SD card, you're going to record your Fujifilm simulation, and you can output your, it doesn't matter, 4K or HD on a Flog on the recording monitor. This is as simple as going into your menu, then you're going to go right up to the camera, then you go into camera menu. You will have to go to, on the first page, Flog HLG recording. You click that and you're going to go to SD, okay, SD film simulation. That's where it sort of shows the film icon and Flog. Then okay. So there are things that you must take care when you're doing this. So couple of things gets disabled. You're not going to shoot slow motion, so you're going to shoot 24 frames per second or 25 frames per second. Other things like your output monitor, like now I'm recording on the monitor, it's already off. So your output to the monitor, it doesn't switch off your monitor, it's going to switch off your menu, so you won't be able to see the menu on your external monitor. So that's number 1. I'm going to switch this off because I need to record onto the monitor. I need to see the menu here. Okay, so the second one is your log assist. So with log assist, it's what's happening is if you're shooting Flog, you know, where your colors will be sort of flat, but maybe you have a client next to you who would like to see how will this video look like, even though your color grading might be different, but some of the clients don't understand what's happening. So but if they see colors, they'll be happy, and it's just also for you just to view a nice color profile, not just your flat profile. So it's going to record your flat profiles, so the log assist is just for viewing purposes. So to do that, you'll have to go to your menu, and it's a screen setting. So we're going to go on a range, then go up to the screen setup. On your screen setup, we're going to go down to the second page on your screen settings. Then you have your Flog view assist. Mine is already on, so you can switch it on or off. So let me just leave it as on. So that's how you go about it. All that's going to happen is that you're no longer going to see a flat profile on your picture, and you cannot even choose a color profile that you like to see. It's just that you're going to see your Rec 709 colors. It has nothing to do with what you are recording. So that's it. So number 3 is our focus range limiter. The focus range limiter was also with an update put onto XT3. So you find it on the XT3 and the XT4. What does the AF range limiter does? It sort of gives you reference from your subject a certain distance after your subject or behind your subject and in front of your subject. That's the only range where your camera focuses. How does that help you? If you are shooting on AF, continuous focus, if you move your camera from your subject, as you move it, it's going to look for focus anywhere, and it can go as far as it can find a subject to focus on, or closer to you wherever it finds a subject. And sometimes you don't want your camera to sort of hunt for focus. You just want it to be smooth. So you will tell your camera that this is the only range that I want you to focus on. And if you move it and it doesn't find anything within that range, it's not going to focus until it finds something on within that range. So it will help you that if your camera even sometimes it sees faces where there's no faces at the background, then it will not look for those faces because you told it, I want you to focus within a certain range. How do we do that? You're going to go onto your menu, and this is an autofocus menu. So you're going to go to AF, MF, and on the second page, we're going to look for AF range limiter. Basically, there's a lot of YouTube videos that goes in depth, shows how they test that and all that. So I just want to tell you about this feature, that it is here and how to get it. I'm going to show you a little bit how you activate it. So the first thing is you go to custom. There's already presets here, but you go to custom. Mine already been set, but I'm going to set it so that you can see how it works. The first thing, you have to focus onto your subject. My camera is on AF continuous, then I can focus onto my subject. Then what I'm going to do, getting here on custom, I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to click set. With this sort of scale that you just saw, this scale disappears so quickly. I'm not sure why. So, but it doesn't mean that the scale is gone. What you're going to do is you're going to start moving your manual focusing ring on the lens, and A goes, so I'm saying A will go to the back, and I can put it anywhere I want. So I'm going to stop it there. Then I click OK. Even though the menu has disappeared, just click OK. It will come back. Then you start to move your second one. So my first one went to the left. The second one, I'm going to go to the right. So there's my B. So from where the focus is, I have my A a certain range and B a certain range. Now, you're not going to click OK because it's not going to set it. You're going to click the display or back button at the back of your camera. You're going to click that, not OK. So there we go, back button. Now you can see it has set 1.5 and 1.9. So this is the range where my camera will be focusing. If I try and focus, let's say closer to me, somewhere here, you can see it doesn't focus. So it's going to focus only within that range. There it's focusing. Let me sort of give you a heads up about the range limiter. It's not 100% accurate, and I think, which I might be wrong, I think it's because these lenses are pull by wire or E lenses. They're not sort of mechanical lenses when it comes to focusing, and also they're not sign lenses. I think I'm going to get one of the sign lenses one day and test it. I think with the sign lenses it can be closer to being accurate. So by accuracy, what I mean is if you've set it 1.5 and 1.9, it doesn't mean it will be 100% there. So if you want it to focus on your subject, give it a little bit of a space. Don't just move it a little bit and hope it will work. Sometimes it doesn't. So give it a little bit of space. I think maybe do your tests and use different lenses and see what you get. As soon as I can do this test with a sign lens, I will post it. So let's go to the fourth one. The fourth one is the tally lights. You get the rear and the front tally lights. And how does the tally lights help you? If you are shooting alone, you can sort of leave your camera there and you will be able to see if your camera is still working or is still recording, because the tally lights switch on when you are recording. You have this front tally light which, okay, my camera is not recording. I'm recording on the monitor. I'm not sure if I stop it, it's going to stop the recording on the monitor. So what I will do is get into the menu, show you how do you get your tally lights. Let's go to the menu, and our tally lights will basically be on, it must be on the spanner. Let me see, will it be a spanner? It probably will be on the camera, and then we go there. It's on the third page on the camera. That's where you find your tally lights. If you go okay into the menu, it gives you a whole lot of options. What do you want? Do you want your front tally lights to continuously flicker, or what you call it, or must it just switch on, and or your rear one? So you can choose whichever you want. So I can say let them both switch on. So I'm going to try, hopefully my monitor is not going to switch off. So I'm going to try to record. It's recording. Okay. My rear tally light is on. Oh, also my front tally light. I'll put the camera where it's a bit dark, but you can see that light there. It has switched on. And oh, even if it's on the light, you can see it. Then also the rear tally light, that is the light that it usually uses when you charge or all the other things. So that light, so you'll be able to see if your light is actually, your camera is actually still recording or not. Number 5, which is one of the features that I like. Did you know that you can actually remove this this door or cap on the side of the SD cards, and for a very good reason. You can just easily, it was made to be easily removed. On the XT3 you can actually remove the one on the other side where you charge, where you put your HDMI cable. So here it was made this way, so because these cards are sort of hot swappable. My camera is recording, and it's recording on SD card number 1. So what does that mean is I can remove SD2 and the camera will not switch off. So it's recording onto the monitor. If it switches off or stop recording, the monitor will give me an error because it's okay, the monitor will not give me an error. The monitor will not stop recording because it's recording on its own SD card, but it will show here on the screen that I have an error writing onto the camera. So I'm going to pop this one out, and the camera is working perfect. So say you are shooting on smaller SD cards, maybe 32 gig, and you're shooting 4K, they're going to be filled quickly, so you can just hot swap it. The other thing is, before you hot swap, make sure that your camera is not recording backup, like you're not recording on 2 SD cards at the same time. So if you do that, it's going to give you an error. It will stop recording as soon as you remove any of the card, because it's recording on both cards at the same time. So I'm just going to show you something. I'm going to pop this up. The camera is recording on SD card 1, and I'm going to remove it and see what happens. It's giving me a right error. So hopefully this monitor has captured that. I'm putting it back. So guys, for today, those are the 5 features that I wanted you to know about on the Fujifilm XT4, and some are on the XT3. So guys, this is from me, Kagiso M. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. I'm going to have a couple of lighting videos. They'll come soon, and also I'm still working on my screen calibration video. I'll also post it at some time. Please subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace be with you.